How are we all doing today, folks? So, as you can probably tell, today is a bit different. We're not going to be playing a game. We are actually turn the audio on. Going to be doing painting. Go, that's all set. There, right. Hopefully this works well and the camera's all synced in. No, you going to work? There we are. Right. I love technical difficulties, hey? Right, so I've already done the base, this model. A bit too pixely. But yeah, we're just going to work on the mask of it today. That's all there is to it. Just a nice little chill one today. Stresses of the week are all done and dusted. You can just relax. And yes, I do have a D20 dice mug for my paintbrushes. Let me know if the audio is too loud, the ambiance. This is going to be difficult to actually angle it. You can see what I'm doing as opposed to just the back of my hand. Hey, alright there, dude. Glad the audio's working fine. So, how you doing today then? Yeah, not too bad. I've had breakfast, a kip, and like 2 cups of coffee, I think. So, not too shabby. It has been a great morning, to be honest. No stress, no fuss. Preparing for the day in the mines tomorrow. A cat. Jesus wept, dude. A can of Dr. Pepper and 2 chicken thighs for brekkie. That's top tier adult brekkie, that. Okay, why is this not auto-scrolling? Yes, you are the responsible adult in your life and can do whatever you want. Even if it is having, like, a drunk snack for breakfast. Also, hopefully I have set this up in a way as well that I can use the airbrush for painting. Yeah, it's like the auto-scrolling was really handy. No, oh well, just have to lump it for now. But yeah, anyway, I have set the airbrush up and hopefully installed a noise gate so you won't be able to hear it, like the generator for it going in the background. That just means that on the next part of the painting we can do that. Like, if this is any good, it might just be an absolute crap show, and I'll just call it there. And yes, my airbrush. I bought a slightly fancier one a while back, and it is beautiful. I've seen people do a marbling effect on these models, mainly because there's so many flat spaces, and they use like a dry wet wipe, dry it out, stretch it, and then as they like pull it taut over, all the fibres make a marble pattern. And there's one at the minute, Solus Paints, who's big into like unique colours, and he's recently done a marbled Eldar that we've got on show at work. But he's also doing a Wraith Fighter, which is one of their like attack planes, and he's doing like a galaxy effect on it, like proper nebula style, and it's like, you bastard. I mean, it's fantastic looking, but you're a bastard. But yeah, like the amount of stuff that people have done with painting and all the different techniques is ridiculous. Like, found out recently that people use like packing peanuts to do weathering effects because it gives like a mottled pattern. Literally just like tear it in half, dip it in paint, stat, done. It's like, I work in a building that has like thousands upon thousands upon thousands of packing peanuts, and I never even thought of that. But yeah, so that'll be fun to try out. But normally I'd airbrush the white on, but I've got this range of paints called P3 started using recently, and I'm looking to convert all of my paints over to them because they're just that much better. Like, the range is limited. There's only, like, it sounds a lot, there's only 110 of them, but the entire set is designed for you to mix them together and make your own highlights, so they're like pre-thinned out the pot, and they go on so smooth. Like, again, I'm not sure if this could be picked up fully. I do that. Not gonna focus, is it? Thank you, but yeah, white is notoriously tricky. Same with any like bright pigmented color, just because they normally go so chunky. But again, the P3 stuff is just like, I've never had a white this smooth before, and I am constantly recommending it to people now. And even though I've done like head color, I still need to figure out what to do for the armor. Just because you want like a contrasting color. But you don't want something too contrasting that it just looks a bit like messy and like slapdash. Let's leave that for now. But yeah, I'm also using the Vallejo Pro Modeler brushes, and these are horsehair, I believe, or sable hair, and they're bloody good. Slightly more expensive, but that bit is done. It is worth it. They're very good. White based spray. Actually, where's... God, this is going to be treacherous. There we go. And this is also a bloody godsend. So this is modelling putty. Literally just elastic putty, but what I've used on the base and the model itself is you can mould it to the parts. So, like normally if you airbrush, you like need to be really careful, otherwise it gets a spillover to the rest of the model. However, with stuff like this, that's it. You can literally just make a little like cup for it. But you need like couple tools. Jesus, what? That's close. You need a couple tools, just like press it into the gaps, make sure it doesn't actually cover the bit of the model that you've already done. Yeah, doing this just means that you don't have to worry about having to repaint and recolor the rest of the model. It's how I did the Custodes, the gold like tank, the one that Ollie got very upset at. So let's move. So it's not that impressive. This is just like basic bits. Brush. Then I know. So we don't need a lot of it for this one, purely because it's literally just this one bit we're doing. But even though these paints are thinned at the pot, it's always best to add a little bit more just so they flow better. Well, now's the time to practice, dude. Especially when you know someone that works for a company that does a load of models. Hint, hint, nudge, nudge. And normally I have like a setup where I've got like a box and I've got like a catcher for all the overspray. Really can't be bothered today. I'm just going to use a bit of tissue. Hope for the best. But yeah, so with the airbrush, you can literally just do stuff like that, and it goes on so smooth. It just it doesn't look painted on. It looks more natural. Yeah, if there's any models you want, give me a holler. Or if you just don't know what you want and you just want to paint something, again, give me a holler. Yeah, I was given the compressor from work as like we got it as part of a lot. The boss didn't want it, so I got it, and it has been like honestly a game changer for painting. I'm able to do so much more so quickly, and I've got an entire army that I wouldn't have been able to do like to a standard that I wanted or I wasn't happy with unless I had the airbrush. But let's see if this works. There we go. Not as clean as I wanted, so I probably need to thin the paints down more next time. But yeah, I've got a like someone that we work with works on movies and he does them all like professionally, and he uses an airbrush for everything, whether it's like props to like fake food items, and like he was taught by someone who used to use them on cakes professionally, and like the dude is ridiculously good when it comes to painting. I mean, the fact that he's worked on like Rings of Power is kind of an indicator. But yeah, the one downside to airbrushing though is if you need to change color, you need to clear out the entire thing. Otherwise, the paints will essentially cross contaminate. It's an absolute bastard. Okay, apparently that squeal of it was so high pitched that the mic caught it. I've got another model for this army coming along soon. However, I'm going to be essentially carving it to pieces and putting it back together like Lego. I found a tutorial that allows you to repose it however you want, and very excited to try that one. I'll be sure to take photos at bare minimum. And I think I might need to refine the setup slightly, just so you can actually see what I'm doing. Like, the cables I've got aren't long enough for an overhead, unfortunately. Not without moving the entire computer setup, which is a bastard. But if this goes well, I might get a second camera. So you've got this one here, then you can also swap it to an overhead. You up to anything exciting today then, dude? Or just recovering from your hangover style breakfast? Go. That's as clean as we can get it. I'm doing a complete and utter clean. Ah, fair. I've seen bits about Black Mirror, but I've honestly never watched it. I know, Christ. Will Poulter, the eyebrows kiddie, is in one of them. Like the Babadook? Yet. Is that his name? Ah, Jet, watch the car. I Yeah, that's fair. Honestly, didn't click that anything was wrong with that sentence, so you would have been fine. I actually do this in frame because I'm a professional. No, there's another painting style that I've seen recently. Kintsugi, I think it is. It's a Japanese art where if an item is broken, you fix it, but then like gold infill all the breakages, so you see where it's come from. And I love that kind of process, and I'm really tempted to try it on like probably one of these models, to be honest. You just gotta wait. She's gonna be your chauffeur. Blimey. Is this actually spraying? Yes. Exactly. It's such a nice looking process as well. That didn't really work. Let's try that again and not mess it up. Yep, I ballsed it. Okay. And this is the good thing about an airbrush. Even if you mess it up, the paint goes on so smoothly that you can just do another layer. I'd have a lot of gold fix things in my flat if I fixed everything I broke. Yeah, that's fair. So maybe I need to get better at the marbling effect before I try it on something so small as this. Oh well. And the airbrush is very handy. But yeah, I need to, like, before I do advanced techniques like that, I think I need to um, practice a little bit more. Just because I've rushed techniques before to try and just do it, and it never ends well, and I just get frustrated with myself. It's a horrible cycle. That is all clean. Over there, because I'll use it later. And that one. Airbrush. Right. There we go. There. And yes, there is a massive black line that got covered by the putty apparently. But that is fine because we can do a fade effect. So we need to let the fade back. So it's the Moro white we use over the top. So this is a blend technique where you get brighter colour and the base version, which I've already got on there, but we'll use a different bit just because that's separated now. And see where, yeah, just about see along here where the putty just covered over. So normally you'd either have to mask off the base, overspray, or la la la. This so we're just filling it in with the darker one first. Just because over black it's difficult to do some colours just because of how thin they are. Layer on like normally a grey or a light grey depending. And you need to do 2 coats of it just because the paint is so thin. I'm glad you're here. Like I've said before, painting's one of the things that I love, and like the more people that I can get into it and they enjoy it, the happier I am. It's like this is a thing that's brought me so much joy. I've made so many friends through this hobby. I've done so much, and if getting other people into the hobby gives them that like chance at something, then yeah, I'm all for it. Like one of the ones at work is massively into planes, and we found a little like Spitfire model kit, but she didn't have like any glue, clippers, anything like that. I literally got all the bits she needed for it, and yeah, she was quite happy about it, even though that was last year, and she's still not done it. But oh well, makes people happy. Tremors coming out in full effect for a minute. Yeah, so you can faintly see the black still showing underneath it. However, that just means we get to try that kintsugi. So, with the darker and the lighter one, you mix the two together. And that just creates like a middle stage. And again, because it's so thin, the layers go on and they dry within like a couple minutes, depending. Especially with it being so humid and hot. I love that she sounds. Yeah, she is certainly a character. But nah, I'm joking. But no, and that's the thing. Whenever you're painting, it's like Bob Ross said. There's always happy little accidents. There's never a mistake. Because you can always go from somewhere. As a lesson that it took me quite a while to understand and actually get. I was meant to say sounds like me. Are you a chronic procrastinator as well then? Who am I kidding? Yeah. But also, another handy thing to have is painting handles like this. Like, you can just spin them however you need, even if the shape does look a little bit suspicious. There we go. Yeah. So again, you can still see the black underneath, but we're purposefully leaving the camera if the glare's not too horrendous. Yeah. So you can see the black line still there. That allows us to use it as a marker. Got 5 diamond paintings still to do from December. Dude, come on. I mean, actually, saying that, I can't talk. Like, I've got one, two, three, four, five, six, seven unopened boxes of models. I've got a big box full of sprues that I haven't built yet. I've got like 3 shelves, like one, two, three shelves worth of models that I haven't painted. I've got orcs up top. I've got this bloody snake demon bugger that I've had since April last year that I've not done. Um, yeah, procrastination's a real thing. And thank you. It's literally only a base coat and a bit, but yeah, I like stuff like this. It's therapeutic. But another lesson that took me a while to learn is when you use metallic paints, so ones like this, never use a wet palette because the glitter and like metallic bits of it will actually seep through the palette itself and just completely taint it, which is an absolute bastard. Thank you, dude. Yeah, so this bit, especially when you do find details like this, it's always best to brace yourself as much as possible. Just because where the paint is so thin, slightest like nudge or jog will essentially ruin it, and you need to wait for it to dry and then redo the entire steps you've just done. But always try and pull the brush down towards you. That way you've got more control, the bristles don't splay out as much. Not just a pretty face, I know what I'm talking about when it comes to painting. Bloody hope so after near 20 years in the hobby. Yeah, there we go. Again, can't really see it just because I need to sort lighting out on this setup. But yeah, then we will actually do a line of a pure black. And keeping me entertained, we'll do it. Losing count though. Well, I'm glad I can be of assistance and moral support. I mean, just like Peak. Let's go. It's always good to keep the Overlord impressed, especially when you keep complaining your ankles hurt because you don't do your physio. It's good that she made you do them. Hey, I'm going to side with her on this one. If you need to do the exercises to make sure your joints don't crap out, you do the exercises. I've been doing ones for my wrists to like try and help them, and it's be painful. I'd rather a bit of pain now than losing functionality. No, it's not evil. For the benefit of you. I get that there's a lot of exercises you need to do, stuff like that. Stuff like that can get a bit much after all. You see, you can't really, can you? Bollocks. Okay, yeah, I definitely need to invest in a better lighting setup. Do I just blast it out? Oh, okay, that's better. Yeah, we've done a little bit of it just along here, top, and along that line. But we now need to get the airbrush again. Do a varnish so it stops all of that from being chipped off and our time wasted. Because again, I didn't do this on the Custodes one, it got torn off as I removed the masking tape and I felt like crying. Just so excited for the airbrush, aren't you? But, and that's the thing, using the airbrush for the varnishes as well just means that it goes on a lot smoother. Because sometimes you'll do it and like if you brush on the varnish you see like the brush strokes themselves and it's a bit annoying if you want like a smooth flat surface. Ah, piss. Okay, so apparently I hadn't cleaned it out properly. Yeah, always such fun. But again, it just makes it look like it's a bit more dirtied, which is not the bad thing. The good thing about the airbrush as well is if you literally just if you get like a one like this, what's called a dual action, if you just press it down, it's only air that comes out. It doesn't pull the needle back for the paint to come through. So you can literally just sit here, push it down, and dry the varnish a lot quicker than you normally would be able to. And so that's done on that one. And again, we get to go through the process of cleaning out this bastard. Shit. Clumsy asshole. It was me just. What? Paint palette that had paint on it all over my floor. and wool and cables. It's fine. World. Apparently I put a bit too much water on it as well. Yep. If you push down and don't pull back, it's just air that comes out. It's actually very handy when it gets super hot because you've just got like a compressed fan. And yes, that is me saying that I have literally sat here with it on just to cool myself down. And since M's not here, do I have to be the one to tell you to hydrate, or have you already had another can of Dr. Pepper? Go. Bastard. You're on your... Have you actually drunk anything else today? Or... There we go, hydrate. Like, have you actually drunk anything else, or is it just the 2 cans of Dr. Pepper? Because you know which one's going to get you told off next time Emily sees this. Oh, so you have actually drunk something else other than Dr. Pepper? Or are you just trying to be a Pinocchio? No, liquid is liquid, yes. Except when it's like non-Newtonian, but drink some goddamn water, dude. Like, this is coming from me, who is a chronic like coffee drinker. I make sure I have a bottle of water. Just having Dr. Pepper is not good. More often than not these days. Oh, water is for those who don't want to be weak. Like these days I have 2 drinks. I have like water to stay hydrated and then something with flavour. There's people who say water has a flavour, a funny water. Your doctor said the same thing about drinking water. Surprise, surprise! Who'd have thought a medical professional would tell you to drink water to stay hydrated and healthy? Deary. Right, now that that is done, we get to go back to this one. Water's not yucky. It's like, it's nice if it's ice cold. If it's room temp, what are you doing? But there's just no... Well, at least I think there's no flavour to it. It's a drink to drink. Except when it's Betty Swallow's, then yeah, ice cold water is gorgeous. Yes, go for. But you're Stanley. For some reason, I thought you meant the Stanley Blade. Nope, the Stanley Cups make sense. Ignore me. That's a weird thing kids do these days, filling their Stanleys with water. But nope, just out of the loop. I'm glad you found it hilarious. Bloody hell, an hour of just painting like one bit. It kind of puts into perspective how much time I've actually spent painting in my life then. It's like, whenever my niece and nephew are around, they constantly go, "You've got so many models," and it's like, have no, I've got like 100 for this army, 60 for this army, about 40 something models that I just got because they're cool. All the bits that I've not done, and yeah, I have a problem. You go. I do enjoy it, and that's the thing. Like, I really don't know what I'd do if I wasn't painting. Like, there's been so many times where I'm sat here and like, what would I actually be doing if this like wasn't my thing? Yeah, that way leads to existential dread. Don't want that on Sundays. Right. Now that that is all dry, a wash. And normally over a white, a wash is difficult because it taints the colour. However, if you use a dark, a darker grey tone, and do 2 drops, and then with a thinner, you seed it, so 2, 3, 4 drops, so 2-to-1 ratio. Mix it. You get the colour, but it is now so thin that it won't stain top. You can achieve something similar and slightly more effective with like gloss as well, just because gloss pulls itself together to keep like the shine instead of spreading out. With that, we get probably a large one. Load up the brush, take off excess, and then just layer it on. Because this way it goes into all the recesses, it shades them, and gives it a bit more definition instead of just a flat surface. But yeah, you can see because it is so thin, it's pulled into all the cracks on the model itself. Or you would be able to if this lighting situation was better. But it looks like it is just completely shattered on that area now. Which again leads into the kintsugi by the fact that it's constantly being repaired. However, that takes a hell of a long time. And using the airbrush on a thinned wash like that is literally just going to spray it off and ruin it. But you can pat dry areas. And again, this will, because we've done the varnish underneath, this will give it a mottled look, still keeping some of it like present. That has also apparently just taken off the satin varnish. Who knows anymore? But I'm struggling to figure out what colour to do, like the rest of it. So all like the black pieces. I want something a bit brighter for this lot, just because the amount of dark armies I've done is ridiculous. I think the most colourful one I've done was my Troggoths and Trolls. Yeah, I think at just over hour, I'm going to leave it there for the time being, just because like it now needs to dry properly and essentially cure, and I can't do anything else on it until that point, just because I don't want to ruin what I've already done, even if I did screw up the marbling effect. But thank you for joining me. A lot of fun, and hopefully you enjoyed it, because if you did, that means we get to do it again. And oh no, that means I need to buy more models. But yeah, like I said, thank you for joining me today, and well, you take care of yourselves, and I'll see you anon. Take care, dude.